Hey, Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagles Now. I want to jump in here quickly before the actual video that I filmed yesterday, talking about the 5 reasons why I think the Eagles can actually win in the postseason. That's what you're here for. That's coming up in like a minute and a half. But I wanted to jump in here on a different day because as of, a little while ago, Nick Sirianni has tested positive for COVID-19. And so, in, the spirit of the holidays and the spirit of this channel, we give you guys the latest Eagles news and rumors. So, quickly a mention here on Nick Sirianni. So, you probably saw it yesterday. Nick Sirianni did test positive for COVID-19. He is isolating in a hotel room right now and does have symptoms. They're mild. He's doing all of his team meetings, and he still did a press conference the other day, and so it's not like he's, seriously ill or anything. He just has the typical, flu-like symptoms, cold-like symptoms, and he has a runny nose, a little achy, but he has tested positive for COVID-19 and is isolating away from the team. This happened after the Washington football game, so if he was positive or not during, he was tested that morning, and so hopefully he was not, in contact closely with any of the players to go ahead and spread it to them. But as we continue on towards Sunday, I'm kind of holding my breath right now, hoping that no other players test positive for COVID-19. We're still waiting for Dickerson to come off of the COVID-19 list and a couple of other players, but we're going to keep an eye on this because if Sirianni has it, maybe somebody else does, maybe not. Philadelphia done a good job, though, of staying COVID-free, knock on wood, unlike some other teams like the Washington football team. In terms of Sunday, the odds of him coaching on Sunday seem to be a little bit slim. He has time, and so technically on, Saturday he could go and test negative, and then Sunday morning test negative, and then be good to go because he is vaccinated. But if he is unable to go ahead and coach on Sunday, Shane Steichen will call the plays, as Nick Sirianni normally does that. So the OC Steichen will call the plays. Kevin Patullo will be the situational decisions guy. I'm reading here from Bleeding Green Nation, aka he's gonna do the fourth down calls and the coin toss and kind of be the one who decides to go for 2 or not if they need to. And running back coach Jamel Singleton will help with that as well. They went ahead with the situational coach in terms of Patullo because he doesn't have any position coaching duties, so he doesn't have double duty roles, right? You don't want somebody to, need to be working with the running backs while also trying to make a fourth down and 1 decision. So that's how it's going to go. That's going to happen if Sirianni is unable to go on Sunday, but we don't know yet for sure if he's going to test negative or be cleared or good to go in the next couple of days. So it still is early. Again, this video comes out here on a Thursday, so you have some time, but follow me on Twitter at RealThomasMott. We'll have the latest updates there as we head on into the Christmas break. All right, now, we'll go ahead and pause, and then we'll start with the actual video it's supposed to be, so stay tuned for that right now. Hey, fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagle Now here. I'm doing a unique video today because even though the Eagles are not officially in the postseason, I feel like if they can get there, they can at least win a game. I'll give you my top 5 reasons why Philadelphia can win a game in the postseason coming up here in just a second. Make sure you guys are subscribed, though. Plenty more videos coming up as they march towards the postseason. We do it best here on the channel. I think at this point, we're probably going to be at 22,000 subs. If not, then help us out. Go down below and help us get to 22K subscribers. All right, so let's start with the idea of this video. I'm sitting there watching the Eagle-Washington game on Tuesday night a couple of days ago, and I'm watching Philadelphia dominate and get to 7-7, and the run game is going great, and Jalen Hurts is playing well, and I'm like, you know what? Why can't they, 1, make the playoffs, which they should, right? When we talked about this, they should make the playoffs. But 2, why couldn't they win a wild card game? Like, I don't know if they're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl. I mean, the Green Bay Packers are a good football team. I think Philadelphia would lose to them at Lambeau Field in the divisional round game. But why couldn't they actually win a postseason game? Like, I mean, I feel like the Eagles, 1, have the easiest remaining schedule of any playoff team, so momentum's going to be on their side. The teams that are ahead of them are struggling. We'll talk about that coming up later in this video. And the Eagles, I think, are confident. I think the confidence level is there, and so why not? Let's go ahead and start with first looking at the NFC playoff picture. Now, as you pull it up on your screen right now, it's crowded, and we know this. In Philadelphia, again, they might lose their final 3 games, and this video is going to be useless. And you're watching and be like, why did Thomas even do this video? But if the Eagles win out, or at least win 2 of their final 3, and get a little bit of help from the 49ers and Vikings, then they're in. And they'll be a 6 or a 7 seed, and will go on the road to either Dallas, or Tampa Bay, or Arizona, or the Rams, right? I think the Packers will be the 1 seed. That seems very confident. I feel confident in that. And so you go on the road to one of those 4 teams, and what do you have to offer? That's what we're going to break down in today's video. What do you have that could potentially spark an upset where Philadelphia could win a wild card game and go to a divisional round playoff game for the first time since '08, whenever Nick Foles almost won against the Saints on the Alshon Jeffrey drop pass. Either way, first off, this. Give me 1 reason why the Eagles can win in the playoffs down below right now in the comments. Do you have 1 reason, right? I have 5, which I'm going to go through them. But give me 1 reason why you guys think the Eagles can go ahead and win in the postseason down below right now. All right, so we're gonna go 5 down to 1. So my least, the worst reason down to the best reason. All good reasons, but worst to first. How we're gonna work down here. So number 5, momentum will be on their side, and I mentioned this briefly just a couple of minutes ago. If they win out, they'll be the hottest team in football. I mean, they'll have 5 straight wins going into the postseason, and momentum is a huge thing when you get to the playoffs. If you're a team like the Bucs and you're limping into the postseason, you maybe lost a couple games, you're getting injured. If Philadelphia's healthy, they've won 5 in a row. Momentum is 100% going to go ahead and be on their side, and they can win all 3 of these games. Like, they can beat the Giants for sure. Washington will be healthier 2 weeks from now, but they should be able to go on the road and beat Washington. And then you wrap it up against Dallas, and maybe Dallas is playing for something, maybe they aren't. Either way, I think the Eagles can beat the Dallas Cowboys right now based on that running game and the fact that Dallas Cowboys are struggling a little bit. So momentum will be on their side. They can walk into the playoff 5-0 the past 5 weeks, and I think be in a really great spot to carry the momentum into a wild card victory. Before we get into reason number 4, make sure, again, you guys are subscribed, stay up to date. Any news, rumors, injury updates, whatever it is, we cover it here on the channel. Little break between now, you get Christmas, so I'll be off for Christmas. And then, of course, Monday we'll be back with plenty of new videos. So give us a Christmas gift by going down below and hitting that red subscribe button. All right, number 4, Jalen Hurts will take care of the football, and he's doing a very good job of that. Now, I know you go back to Tuesday night, and he had 2 turnovers, right? He had the interception and then the fumble, yes. But overall, Jalen Hurts, minus those 2 drives, and at least you go back to the rest of the game against the Washington football team, he's playing mistake-free football, and he really has been. Like, there have been a couple of games where he throws too many interceptions. I think the Giants game he threw 3 interceptions. Jalen, what are you doing? But in general, Hurts protects the football, and that's how you're going to win in the postseason. You're not going to turn the ball over. Philadelphia runs the ball well, 0 turnovers. They can beat any of the teams we talked about in the NFC playoff picture, and Hurts, again, has done a good job taking care of the football over the past couple of games, and really overall this year. I mean, 9 interceptions is a little bloviated, but I think a lot of those were, 1, the Giants game. You take 3 away right there, he has 6. And then 2, forcing the football early on in the year, which he's not doing so much here later on. All right, before we're going to get into number 3, check out our friends at BetUS and get their crazy good promo code to get that subscriber bonus by going to chatsports.com/EaglesBet. If you use promo code Eagles125, get a 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up and bet on the Eagles like I did. And I won on a Tuesday night. I did it with BetUS. You guys should do it as well. I don't go crazy with my betting. $10 here, $10 there, but it's been fun all year long. And the guys at BetUS do a very good job making it simple and fun. Chatsports.com/EaglesBet. And that promo code is Eagles125. All right, reason number 3, the Eagles can win in the playoffs. Nick Sirianni can coach. And we talked about this on Tuesday or on Wednesday morning with my recap video. He can coach. He coached the heck out of this team. Since week 7 on, Philadelphia's been a primarily great rushing football team that's number 1 in the league in rushing, and they're dominating on the offensive side of the football. And a lot of it is Nick Sirianni play calling, and he's calling not only running plays, he's calling great runs. Like, I trust Nick Sirianni's play calling so much that I could see them getting in a game, much like the Washington game on Tuesday, where they're in the playoffs, they're on the road, they're playing the Cardinals, it's 10-0, and they don't panic, and Sirianni keeps doing what he knows does best. They go back to the well, and they pound the football, and they come back and win the game. Like, I'm very much loving what I've seen from Nick Sirianni. I trust Nick Sirianni, and I think that he's going to be a big reason why Philadelphia makes the postseason and then potentially gets a win in the wild card round in the 2022, 2021, whatever you want to call it, playoffs. Drop a like if you guys agree. Drop a like if you guys believe in Nick Sirianni as much as I do. I think you guys do. I would drop a like down below. I mean, I'm very confident in him. Give this video a thumbs up and help us out. All right, reason number 2, and this is a big one that no one talks about because he's just been so great this year. Darius Slay will lock you down. Whenever you're playing any of these teams in the postseason, they all have great receivers. DeAndre Hopkins will be healthy. Mike Evans will be healthy. Odell Beckham Jr. is out there. You got to play Devontae Adams. Like, there are great. I mean, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. There are great wide receivers in this in the playoffs this year. And Darius Slay will cover them all. He will lock them all down. Darius Slay is the number 1 cornerback in the league this year. You go to Pro Football Focus's grades. He's the highest graded cornerback up to week 15 in the National Football League. 3 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 2 fumble recoveries. I mean, he is as close as we've ever had to a lockdown corner. He's the best corner we've had since Asante Samuel. And, it's really not even close. And oh my gosh, he's been so good. And so confident level in terms of going into a game against a good offense with good receivers, you can be confident that Slay will take away their best one, lock him down, and that guy will have an off night. And that's what you get in Darius Slay, and what we traded we traded him for and traded him to have is a lockdown corner, and they have it right now, and he's playing great football. I'll also throw in the defensive line, little bonus here. The defensive line's playing much better, and in the playoffs, pin your ears back. You need to get a stop. You need to get a sack. You saw it against the Washington football team on Tuesday. I think Fletcher Cox is playing a lot better than he has earlier on in the year, and they're starting to get a lot more pressure than they have. And the blitz calls by Jonathan Gannon have been a lot better. So I think the defense as a whole is a big reason why Philadelphia can win in the playoffs. All right, final one here. And this is the number 1 reason. This is obvious. The Eagles' rushing attack is insane. Like, it is insane. And this is how you win against better football teams in the playoffs. You pound the rock. Think back to the Tennessee Titans a couple of years ago when they were in the AFC title game against the Chiefs. How did they get there? They ran the football like crazy. Think about the Jacksonville Jaguars when they were in the AFC title game. I said AFC for Tennessee. I meant AFC title game. AFC title game in 2016, the year that we beat the Patriots, they had a lead against New England because of Leonard Fournette and running the football. Like, you can go to these teams on the road in cold weather, you don't ask your quarterback to do too much, and you just pound the rock, and you just wear down an opposing defense. Philadelphia is going to be able to do that. And they have a stable of running backs. Miles Sanders is getting a lot healthier. Jordan Howard is an excellent 1-2 punch. Gainwell out of the backfield if necessary. Boston Scott, if you needed to call him up, like Jalen Hurts running the ball. They have enough running backs to pound you to death every single week, and this is going to be a big factor in the playoffs. Like, teams are going to have to sell out against the run to stop the Eagles, and even when they do that, they haven't been able to because the Eagle O-line has been so dominant. Let me finish by asking you guys this. Will the Eagles win a game in the playoffs? Like, do you think that they will? I think that they might. I mean, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I mean, these are some good reasons, I think. If you think they will, type Y down below for yes. Then they will not, type N down below for no. Before we finish, bonus here. There's another reason. Let's quickly throw this up here. There's a bonus reason why they'll win in the playoffs. The 4 teams, one of the 4 that they're going to play, it has been struggling. And, like, seriously, Tampa Bay has injuries, right? And Tampa Bay is very injured, and they might get healthier by the playoffs, but they're going to limp into the postseason. Arizona's defense is struggling. They gave up 31 points to the Lions on Sunday. Like, Arizona has had some bad, questionable games this year. They gave up 31 points to the Carolina Panthers a couple of weeks ago. Dak and Dallas have been struggling offensively. They've not been the same, and even though they get a lot of flashy plays on defense, they give up a lot of yards. And so I think the Cowboys aren't as good as they were when Philadelphia faced them, week 3 or week 2, whatever it was, in the season. And I don't trust Matt Stafford in big games. I mean, I like the Rams. I think the Rams are the scariest out of the 4 teams that you're looking at right there due to talent. But I think our offensive line could neutralize their defensive line, and I think that Darius Slay could neutralize Odell Beckham Jr., and then it's up to Matt Stafford to win a playoff game, which he's never done in his career. So, a little bonus issue there, a little bonus reasoning why the Eagles, I think, can win in the postseason. Again, they got to get there. It's way too early to do this video, but I was just so excited for what happened on Tuesday that I wanted to come on here and give you some reasons why I think they can win. And if they do, we'll come back to this video and we'll prove me right. I don't be surprised if they make the postseason and get a win in the wild card round. I'm just saying that. All right, we'll go ahead and end here. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Merry Christmas. I appreciate you guys this entire year. I'll be back after Christmas on Monday to break down the Giants game. So enjoy the time off. I know I will. The time with your family. Stay safe. And for the Eagles now, Thomas Mott signing off for the rest of your day.